commentator for Live at the Bike. And as I mentioned before, he's a professional poker player and will be competing next month in the World Series of Poker. But tonight, he's here to do some stand-up comedy. Please put your hands together, start clapping now.
Grizzly bears have been clocked at speeds of over 45 miles per hour. It's not funny, but like we said at the beginning of the show, we hope you learned something here. Now, how can you use the knowledge of a grizzly bear running 45 miles an hour? Well, if you've had a girlfriend like I have who's into the outdoors, if you're ever out camping with her, you don't have to be faster than a grizzly bear, you just have to be faster than her. And that's how my first relationship with a girl ended. I decided to dress up for the occasion. Wore my finest suit, got it dry cleaned today. But I am from the South, so I probably shouldn't wear a hat. You know, you're not supposed to wear hats indoors, so just want to make sure I look nice and sharp for you guys. This is actually a $300 velour suit. I wear it because I grew up in South Central North Carolina. Just south of Raleigh, in the center of the state. I played basketball as a kid, and I was always the only white kid on the basketball team. And when I was younger, it was really cool. You know, I was really into hip-hop, Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre. All that was kind of coming out right when I was getting into basketball, and I'm a hip-hop guy. Then I got to high school, and I realized really quickly that Southern women are not going to date hip-hop white boys. We had a nice little term called wigger, and I realized that as long as girls were calling me wigger, I was never going to get laid. But I always liked basketball, so you know, I kind of transcended. You know, like when I'm on the basketball court, it's like, "What's up, dog? Man, we're gonna throw it down." And then, you know, like I had my interview talk, and I'd be like, "Oh, you're so pretty. Do you want to go to the cow fields? We've got a kegger going. Watch your step. There's a cow patty there." And that's where our parties would happen. We'd be out in the middle of these cow fields. And it was disgusting. Like, people would be like making out, and then they'd roll over, and there'd be like cow shit all over them. Right? Are you kind of figuring out how I ended up in Los Angeles? Like, the South was pretty fucked up. And the other thing that was my favorite about Southern women is that they were all waiting until they were married, and they had like these promise rings. You know, so the whole time I'm in high school, it's like, God, nobody's getting laid. Then I go to my high school reunion, and all these girls are pregnant and have like 12-year-old kids. You know, like, it's like somebody was not pregnant until they were married. They just weren't having sex with me. You know, so I go to college, you know, in North Carolina, and I'm still kind of being my white boy. But it wasn't until I came to my roots out here on the West Coast that I reunited with my velour outfit. And this is a $300 outfit. You can touch it at the end of the show. It's the softest material out there, and I just feel at home. You know, now that I'm, you know, in my 30s, I can truly be the gangster that I always thought I was. You know. And the funny thing about it is, like you know, I actually wish there was more black people in the stands. You know, like I appreciate my friend Rush being here. He's kind of black. And because I've always felt like comfortable. And I'm like one of the whitest people you are ever going to meet. I play poker for a living. That requires like a lot of math. It's like me and like 9 other Asians, and that's it. Like that's what plays poker. You know, I'm already at a distinct advantage, so I got to like intimidate them. But then there's like the Chinese mafia, and then like there's the whole Cajun epidemic that's going on in East LA. You don't want to go over there to the casinos because they'll follow you home. You know, they might stab you with a chopstick. I swear to God. Stories go on forever. You know, I really appreciate like the comedians that came on before. Last week the comedians were, maybe it was the audience, we'll blame it on all of them, and it was kind of like, so I was like, oh, I can do this, I can come out. This is actually the 5th time I've ever done stand-up. I don't do notes, whatever comes up. Wow, that feels like my first AA meeting. We'll get into that in the next minute. We'll get into it now. A little bit about myself. I've been here for 7 years in California, and this was kind of the dream. It was mentioned that I was a sportscaster for CNN. I was the youngest sportscaster at CNN history. I was 19 years old. My big break was I broke the NBA draft story that a high school player was going to be drafted. Go me. And I thought my career was going to be in ESPN, and obviously I turned that down for all this. But I went to my parents and I said, you know, Mom, Dad, like, I appreciate all the money that you put into my college education for me to go to broadcasting school, but it's time for me to do something else, something more stable. I want to go to California and be an actor. And so I came out here, and I really didn't, like, I didn't want to be an actor. Like, I went into, like, my first interview with an agent. They were like, so what's your artistic creativity? I was like, fuck that. I want to do a McDonald's commercial. Make me look stupid. Give me some money. I was like, I just want to get made. Like, Bob Saget was like my hero. Because if you've heard his stand-up, it's atrocious. But he sold out his full house and he's a millionaire. That was me. That's what I wanted. So I come out here to do the acting. 3 weeks, I was in Los Angeles. And I was driving down the wrong way of a one-way street. And some asshole was driving the right way. And I get in my car accident, and you know, I have somewhere between 2 and 20. I lost count, and I get in this car accident. Thank God, you know, nobody was hurt. I walked away. The other person was fine. But I was like in a blackout, and so you know, anyone else have a DUI in here?
No.
Yeah. I know there's other people there. Just
One of the honest ones.
Yeah. Well, it's all about rigorous honesty. So I have to go to like these AA meetings, and you talk about like a humbling experience. I come out here like expecting to be like this rock star, like super actor, and I get in this car accident, and now like I've gone from like driving a pretty badass North Carolina car, not so much here. It was a 2005 Grand Prix GTP, and like back home, like I was the man. You know, it had like the Daytona flag on it, 500 series. You know, redneck supreme. Out here, not so much. And I total it, and of course, like all the savings that I have has to go to this lawyer, right? And now I have no means of transportation. So how do you get around LA? Well, of course you buy a bicycle. I was so poor that I had to finance a $300 bicycle. I wish that was like a joke. And I'm sitting there making $20 payments every week, you know, trying to stretch it to Saturday. I end up getting into like doing community service, sweeping the sand off the beaches. Like one day we're throwing trash bags, and the trash bag rips, and like shark guts like fall all over me. And I'm like, wow, I've really arrived finally. My dreams are coming true here in LA. So that was my welcome to LA. I'll never forget one of my best friends. He said to me, he's like, dude, you can't have the true Hollywood story first. You got to make the hit album first. Like you can't be like a rock star, live the rock star life, and have the like, you know, the fall down until you've hit like the daytime, you know. And so I get through all that. I give up on acting like right away after the 5th like B horror film that I got my head shot off in, you know, and didn't get laid in. And I found my way into the poker world, and somehow this will be my 4th year as a World Series poker player, and this will also mark the 4-year anniversary that me and my girlfriend of 4 years have broken up. Every time around this year we break up, and it's pretty much because she doesn't like the fact that I play poker. You know, something about gambling with our life savings, like I'm going to lose it again. And so this time it's for good. And I've been thinking, you know, like as a poker player, you know, I want to do good things this year, and I hope the World Series is really nice to me, and I can win my bracelet. But I'm a romantic at heart, and I'd like to find a girlfriend. As gangster as I am, though, like I love black women, but I could never date a black woman. Because if she's the outdoors type, I'm fucked. Because she's going to outrun me and that bear, and I'm screwed. That's my time. Thanks, guys. Let's do it.
to the World Series of Poker. Jason Harrell, ladies and gentlemen. Jason, you got a DUI? I heard a couple of people had DUIs. And I heard someone go, those are the honest people.